Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again, and we have the summary for episode 3. Now, of course, credit to Spoiling Dead fans. Alright, here we go. Summary for Season 9, Episode 3, Warning Signs. It's not the Whisperers, it's not Dwight, it's not Morales, it's not Heath, it's not the Commonwealth. If you want to know who's responsible for murdering multiple saviors, keep reading. Let's get the spoilers for Episode 3 started. The episode starts with walkers feeding on someone. The walkers are drawn away. Their fresh kill is reanimating. Surprise! It's our barely got to know him pal Justin. As Walker Justin stumbles off, we see final warning scrawled on the side of a building. After the intro, we see Rick and Michonne. Rick gives Michonne a tender kiss as he leaves for the day. He places his hand over Carl's handprint. Judith has a cough. Rick and Michonne are going to take her to see Siddiq, but promises her a family fun day. Rick tells Michonne, I can think of another way to build for the future. Michonne questions hopefully, yeah? Rick responds, yeah. Oh, someone has babies on the mind. Maggie is taking food over to the sanctuary. She encounters some of the saviors on the road. They are looking for their friends who have disappeared. There's tension, and a savior named Jed is trying to intimidate Maggie. It's the ladies, Arat and Laura, who are trying to smooth things over. Back in Alexandria, the Grimes family visits Siddiq. Afterwards, it's time for a montage. A family fun day montage. Rick is on all fours and crawls across the floor with Judith. Michonne gives her staff lessons. There's a picnic and hide and seek. Rick and Michonne swing Judith as she holds their hands walking down the street. It ends with story time. Oh, they're really building that up. Scott runs up and gives Michonne the report that Maggie found Justin as a walker, but it doesn't look like an accident. Justin's body is brought back to the camp. There's lots of fighting, and a riot nearly ensues. Alden steps in to try to calm things down. Jed punches him. Then Carol steps in with her gun at the hip. Laura also works to try to calm the situation down. Eventually, guns are drawn against the saviors. They grab axes, garden tools in response. Rick comes running in and tells them all to back off. The lady saviors, now clearly the voice of reason, talk the rest of the male saviors down and disarm them. Rick asks Father G if he knows where Anne was last night. He says she was with him on watch all night. Rick says to keep an eye on her because some people still don't trust her. Rick asks Maggie who she thinks killed Justin. He spots Daryl in the distance. He's heading over to question Daryl. Alden wants guns back for some of the saviors. He fears their lives are in danger. Father G talks to Anne, and we find out he lied to Rick. Gabe left after their happy fun times. Oh, damn. Rick has a chat with Daryl. He mentions there are some people that think Daryl killed Justin. There's a nice moment when Daryl asks, why do they get this future, and not Glenn, or Abraham, or Sasha? Rick ends the conversation asking Daryl to try. He reminds him that he once spared the man who left his brother on a rooftop to die. Everyone is in their zones clearing walkers and talking via walkie-talkies. Maggie and Sydney spot a few walkers and report. Rick says he's on the way and tells Grid 5 to go help as well. There's walker fighting moments and Rick and company arrive. Grid 5 never shows up. So they go looking for them. They find one of the Oceanside girls was knocked unconscious. Arat has been taken. Rick tells Carol that Arat was someone they can trust, so they are going to go find her. Maggie and Daryl have a talk. They're still not where Rick is mentally, but Maggie agrees he's right for the future. Daryl finds a bolt in a walker and says he knows who took Arat. It's nighttime and we're back at the junkyard with Anne. She rummages through some of the items and finds a metal box. She opens it and we see it's her walkie. It's Jadis. I know you're in range. I saw the helicopter last night. There's a male voice on the other end. What will you have? An A or a B? Jadis responds, what happened last night? Did you take them? Male voice replies, no pickups, but the deal stands. We have an A or a B. Jadis explains that she's already paid her share. The mysterious voice tells her that she's already been compensated. She asks what it will take. The voice responds, an A. We find out that Father G followed Anne to the junkyard. She admits to him that she has traded people for supplies. She tries to convince him to come with her far away, but he can't tell anyone. Father G refuses and tells her he has to tell Rick. It's trouble in paradise as Jadis punches Father G and knocks him out cold. While searching for Arat, Carol and Rick are ambushed by Jed, Log Roller, Savior. He has a knife at Carol's throat while Rick holds him at gunpoint. A few intense words, a head cock from Mr. Grimes, and Carol takes matters into her own hands by the way of a knife hidden up her sleeve. She gets out of Jed's grasp and wounds him. Daryl and Maggie stumble across a few of the Oceanside ladies holding Arat at gunpoint. It's explained that Justin killed Beatrice's husband. Arat killed Cindy's brother. Cindy explains that Arat smiled when she killed him. She says that they went along with Rick's rules because they thought they had to, until Maggie executed Gregory. Maggie, quote, showed them the way, so they started picking off saviors. Arat begs Daryl to help her. Cindy makes Arat tell them what she said as her brother was begging for his life. No exceptions, Arat says. Maggie and Daryl turn and walk away. Arat is killed. Maggie tells Daryl it's time for her to see Negan. Damn. Wow. That sounds like one awesome episode. Alright, so let's go all the way back up here to the top. So, we've got Justin, Walker form. Kind of bummed, it would have been cool, I think, to see him stay around a little bit longer. I kind of thought maybe he would have been like a Simon type character, but guess not. I guess you do what you need to do, and then, that's it. Like Ken from episode 1, he was just brought in, got himself killed to trigger the events, with Gregory getting his father drunk, attacking Maggie, which resulted in, Gregory being hung. I guess the same thing with Justin, he was kind of brought in to be a dick, get killed, and also find out, he was involved in the Oceanside massacre, if you will. So that takes care of that. Then, of course, we got Rick and Michonne having, a nice kiss and stuff like that. Rick placing his hand over Carl's handprint. That's going to be rough. Let's see, Judith getting sick, having the family fun day. And then, of course, we got the part where Rick says to Michonne, I can think of another way to build for the future. This kind of makes it sound like Rick is not leaving, that Rick is not making it. He's he's not going to survive. Because if Rick is honestly talking about babies and children and stuff like that, why would he just randomly leave? Why would he get in a helicopter, which we found out is trading people for supplies? But yeah, why would Rick, just get up and leave? So I think Mr. Grimes right there is dead man walking. Getting a little choked up there. Yeah. So, yeah. But let's see. Of course, we get the nice little family montage going on. That will be nice. It's definitely going to make things definitely worse. As this is episode 3, and we have 1, 2, depending on how you want to count it, episodes left with Rick. Episode 5 is the big one. That is the fate of Rick Grimes. So however you want to call it, if we got 1 episode left, until the fate, or 2 episodes, episode 5 being the big one. It looks like they're going to start building this up, and it's going to be brutal. And then, of course, we get, Justin being brought back to the camp. Fight ensues. That should be a very interesting scene. I do like how some of the saviors, like I said in one of my other videos, that, some of the saviors, are going to be on the community, team, family, whatever you want to call it, Alexandria Hilltop Kingdom group, being on their side and stuff like that. So at least we got that, some of those saviors, the lady saviors, trying to calm everybody down. Let's see, Rick and Father G keeping an eye on Anne. I do like the chat with Rick and Daryl, saying, hey, why do they get this future and not Glenn, Abraham, or Sasha? And then I do like how Rick ends the conversation, asking Daryl to try. And then, of course, going back to, he reminds him that he once spared the man who left his brother on a rooftop to die. That is some really cool stuff, going all the way back to season 1. So that is really cool. Let's see what else we got. Clearing walkers and stuff like that. Grid 5 going kind of MIA. Maggie and Daryl having a talk. Agreeing that Rick is, right for the future. And the junkyard stuff, that is very interesting. So we get more info on the walkie, although we don't know who it is. There is a random male voice. Not sure what they mean by an A or a B. I don't really know what that means, but we have seen a lot of A's, throughout quite a few seasons. I think going all the way back to, I think it was season 5. I think there was an A on the train car in Terminus. I think. I don't remember, but there's been a lot of A, being teased everywhere, with, I believe, that train car. We had, what was it? I think in season 6, when they arrived at Alexandria, I can't think of her name. The wife of Porch Dick. I can't think of her name. I cannot think of her name. But her son, doing the hand stamp, and it had the A on it. So we have that also. And, there's been like street signs that have, A written on it. I don't know about B, though. So that is very interesting. And then, of course, she's already paid her share, whatever that is. And she's been compensated. So, yeah, I don't know. And then she asks, what will it take? And the voice responds in A. So, I have no idea. But that is interesting that they're trading people for supplies. I don't think that's Commonwealth. I don't think so. I mean, maybe this could be something. I mean, I fell way behind in the comics. So, I stopped basically midway through the Whisperer story. So anything after that, I have no idea. So I don't really know too much about the Commonwealth. Maybe it's the Commonwealth. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's something all new. Maybe, I don't know. Could be something bigger to tie everything together, tying in Terminus, and maybe that's why people were in storage containers, for maybe the helicopter could take them away, take them to wherever, yes, they were eating them, but maybe they weren't eating all of them, and they were using them for currency for whoever's in this helicopter. Because we did see them in storage containers and stuff like that, those big metal storage containers. So who knows? Helicopter could have flown there, attached cables, and away they go. Hey, because they were keeping a lot of track of, how many in Group C or something like that. I don't remember. I haven't seen season 5 in a while, but I think he was keeping like records and stuff like that. All right, so how many from this group? How many from that group and stuff like that? They were kind of keeping track. So I don't know. Maybe, or maybe this is something new. I don't know. And then of course, Father G basically following her and finding out what's going on, and trying to convince him to go far away with her. Yeah, I really don't know. That is interesting. And then of course, the little love triangle there kind of comes to a knockout end. So not sure what is going to happen with that. Where does Jadis go from here? Does she stay at the junkyard? Because I'm sure she can't go back to Alexandria now. I mean, Father G's going to say, hey, look, she's been trading people for supplies to whoever these people are, and she wanted me to go away with her. And when I said no, she kind of punched me in the face and knocked me out. So I can't see her going back to Alexandria now. I don't know. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Let's see, and then of course we got Carol and Rick being ambushed by Jed, Log Roller Savior. Of course, Carol being the badass she is, having the little hidden blade and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. And then of course the Oceanside. At least we get some full closure with that. Explaining that Justin killed Beatrice's husband, Iraq killed Cindy's brother. So there we go. That's why they've been picking them off. I think I like how it says, where was it? She says that they went along with Rick's rule. She says that they went along with Rick's rules because they thought they had to, until Maggie executed Gregory. Maggie showed them the way. So that would be interesting to see that all backfire. Like, Maggie did it. Maggie killed, this guy who attacked her. Why can't we? So that will be very interesting. A lot of interesting stuff is happening. And yeah, I can't wait. And that is also the end of Arat. So anyways, sounds like an awesome episode. This season is absolutely amazing. I do want to see hopefully more stuff tie in. Especially with that mysterious helicopter, because that is getting very interesting. So, yeah, just can't wait. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And, leave me your thoughts and comments. What do you guys think about, everything? Let me know what you're looking forward to the most. Are you looking forward to, the helicopter, Rick and Daryl's conversation right here? Oceanside ladies, killing saviors. Let me know. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And other than that, like always, just stick around. More videos are on the way, and I'll see you guys next time.